Hi, my name is Garrett Matthews. This is my introduction video. Here is my audience. So a little bit about myself. I grew up in California, born and raised in Orange County. Spent a lot of summers out surfing, ended up getting into a little bit of competitive surfing towards the tail end of, I'd say, my teenage years. Huntington Beach was probably the most likely spot to find me out there surfing. They also had the most competition, so that was where a lot of my summers were spent. As I graduated high school, I got into emergency medicine. I took an EMT class, started working on an ambulance, and found that I had a huge passion for medicine. I love the adrenaline, the unpredictability of it, so I ended up spending just shy of about 10 years in pre-hospital care. As I worked my way through, I went back to UCLA, their Daniel Freeman paramedic program, and I graduated there, got my paramedic license, ended up working up in Kern County. Spent some years on the ground doing basically ground transportation 911 response, kind of getting my feet wet in a sense, if you will, with being a paramedic. Worked my way up into critical care, and about the end of my 10 years, I spent the last section of that on a helicopter as one of the flight crew members, a flight paramedic. Probably one of the most defining things about myself, being able to interact with the public like that. You see things that I feel that most people never get the opportunity to. It really challenged me and grew me. But as I said, I spent about 9.5 years. Toward the tail end of it, I decided to enlist into the Army and do something that was kind of a childhood dream of mine. I originally went to Fort Benning, went to basic training, graduated from infantry school, and spent the first roughly about 2 years in the California National Guard. And yet again found that I wanted more out of it. I enjoyed what I did. I enjoyed serving, and put in a request to go active duty, renewed my contract, spent probably the next 6 to 8 months over at Fort Bragg, and then was transferred over to where I am now in the 173rd Airborne Brigade, which is where I am in Vicenza, Italy, which is about 45 minutes west of Venice. Can't say that I had any idea of the adventure this was going to take me on. I've been through more countries than I can even count, and seeing parts of the world and doing things that just absolutely incredible, dealing with the public, seeing all kinds of different socioeconomic impacts of different living conditions, and all of this. It's been an amazing ride. I actually just got back from being in the States about a week and a half ago. I got married to a girl that I met while I was in the States. Had an amazing wedding out in South Carolina, and looking forward to bringing her over here. So a little bit more about myself. The reason why I'm taking this class is I'm kind of trying to go back to the medical aspect of things. This is going to be one of the first stepping stones towards me being able to apply to a physician assistant program. I'm very grateful for my time here in the Army, but as I start to see the tail end of my time come up, I'm ready to transition back to something that I found I'm extremely passionate about. I'm very excited about this communication class. I know that it's a little nerve-wracking to be in front of a camera for an audience, talk about yourself or anything else, but these are good things to help you grow. I know that if you don't challenge yourself, you don't push yourself, you're kind of cheating yourself. So with that being said, I want to thank you for your time. I appreciate taking time out of your day to listen to me talk a little bit about myself, and we'll see where this class goes. Thank you.